I started trading when I was 19 years old. That's now 20 years ago. I started developing algorithms 9 years ago because I saw a huge benefit in passive algorithmic trading, especially being an emotional person. I needed something that was easier, that I could see myself doing long term. And manual trading was just too challenging. Whenever I would have a loss, it would affect my life, I would affect my marriage, and needed something that was less stressful. So I discovered the world of algorithmic trading and went down the rabbit hole of purchasing tons of algorithms. Some of them were free, some of them were all the way up to $30,000. And now that I've been in this field for a long time, I understand what you should be looking for as a trader. What's possible in algorithmic trading? Is it worth it? So let's get into it. I'm going to be focusing in on a strategy called the sharpshooter, which you can see here has huge potential, but is only producing a profit of 2 to 4% monthly. Is that amount worth it in this field, and is it something that you should do? So the goal with algo trading should be to produce more profit than the S&P 500 index. So you can see here, this is the historical performance of the S&P 500 dating all the way back to 1993. And it's producing an average of 10.48%. And the nice thing about the S&P 500 is you can find ETFs that are easy to invest in, and you just park your money and it just grows over time. Now, it's not the quickest investment in the world, but it's a good model to base your investments off of. And you can see here that its worst year was in 2008, 37%. So if your algo is not able to produce more profit than the average in the S&P 500, then I don't think it's worth it, because algo trading can be pretty risky. You can find algos that are relatively consistent and safe that produce 2 to 5% monthly, which is anywhere from 20 all the way up to 50% a year. So today I wanted to talk about the sharpshooter. So this is a strategy that's part of my powerhouse algorithm that has 7 different strategies. In my opinion, this is the most underrated strategy of them all. And you can see here that from 2003 all the way to 2024 current date, that it produces anywhere from 20 all the way up to around 50% per year. And it's really consistent with this. And the reason why I like this strategy so much is because it has a built-in flexible stop loss that changes based on what the market is doing. And that's why it's so effective. Now, I have this algorithm in my community, and it's probably one of the least talked about algorithms, which is crazy to me because of how it has that flexible stop. Everybody in the retail trading space wants to see this constant curve that goes up. And it's a very unrealistic type of equity and balance curve, because eventually an algorithm has to take losses or it just blows up accounts. This algorithm was able to produce something way different, which is cutting losses short and having really consistent profitable months over the long term. I developed the sharpshooter back over 2 years ago and put it on this tracked account, and you can see it's really producing great results, consistent with a monthly average of 2.28% and a maximum drawdown of 16.8%. So some of you may be thinking, well, 2.28% is just not that much profit, but we're still beating the S&P 500 yearly average with 2.28%. So we're looking for a strategy or an algorithm that produces anywhere from 2 to 5%. Anything over 5% becomes unsustainable, and this is inevitable. I've seen it over my 20 years of trading where traders will try to produce more profit than that, and they end up blowing accounts or having huge losses. It may take them up to 2 to 3 years to see those losses manifest when you're trying to produce more than 5%, but they always happen. This is the sharpshooter and the MetaTrader 5 backtester running from 2003 all the way to 2024, showing really good, consistent results that are really close to the forward trading results that I have here. So comparing the backtest to the forward trading results, the algorithm really stands up strong. So you can see here that this $3,000 balance was turning into over 3.5 million in that 20-year period with a maximum drawdown of just 27%, which is really impressive for a strategy running this long over a 20-year period. And again, I think that this is one of my most underrated strategies, considering how good it is in forward trading and also in backtesting. When it comes to my Discord community, the strategy is not talked about as much, and it's because it's periodic losses, but it's one of the few strategies that has never hit a high stop loss of around 30%, even on its high risk setting. It's a consistent strategy, and it so far seems to be the most reliable of my 7 strategies so far. Anyway, thanks everybody so much for watching. Catch you on the next one.